Hello, my name is Kyle Sims, and the session and that you're about ready to watch is of me working with a Mr. Chris Graham, or Chris as he likes to be called. Chris is a 25-year-old Caucasian male that currently resides in Evansville, Indiana. In fact, Chris has lived in Evansville his entire life. Chris currently lives with his mother. And this is actually really beneficial because Chris is currently a student at the University of Southern Indiana, and he's pursuing his master's degree in social work. So this allows for a lesser financial strain because his mother takes care of a lot of his basic needs. And this is good because Chris recently lost his jobs at Staples, but he's not too stressed out about that because he knows that his mother's there to help some of and to help with some of his financial obligations, such as food and shelter. Chris currently doesn't have any type of known medical conditions. However, he does have a history of suffering from anxiety as well as depression. Chris currently does not affiliate with any religious faith. This is partially because he felt like that religion was forced upon him, and whenever he was younger, he was forced to go to a Christian school. So he currently identifies with an atheist. That was actually discussed prior to the session, and that you're about ready to view. Chris's presenting diagnosis, whenever he first came in, was that he was just having a hard time completing just basic tasks. He was having a difficult time doing the dishes. He was having a hard time getting out of bed. He was just really feeling just overwhelmed with everything that was going on. And he said that this was going on primarily over the last 2 weeks. After talking to Chris, it seemed like that more of the underlying issue that actually came out is that he was really not feeling validated by his classmates. One of the issues that he recently had is that he was trying to complete a presentation, and he was up in front of the class, and he had the presentation completed, and he just froze. He didn't remember what he wanted to say. Whenever I was speaking to Chris, Chris indicated and that essentially that he was fearful of what his classmates think, so he just had a difficult time completing it. He's worried that they don't think that he belongs in the program. He says sometimes whenever he says stuff that he's meaning to be serious, that they actually take it as a joking manner and they begin to laugh at him. So I spoke to Chris about whether or not that he actually felt comfortable speaking with any of his classmates to see what it is that they actually think about him, what their actual true opinions are, as opposed to what he's fearful that they may think. And he says he hasn't tried that yet, but there are a couple and that he's willing to give that a shot with. So I essentially just asked Chris if he would feel comfortable speaking to those classmates just to find out what it is that they actually believe, and maybe that can knock out some of the fear of the unknown. So that's something that Chris agreed to do, and it seemed like something that he was very open to. So he's going to do that, and then hopefully, whenever he's not fearing the unknown so much, we can focus more on the issues that are actually going on, which a lot of that is his fear of validation, and possibly he could be suffering maybe from some depression or just anxiety just brought on by the struggles and the pressures and the high workloads of school. So I'm ready to show you the session. I hope you enjoy.